Tuesday. Now, between the pandemic and pollution, the topic of respiratory health has never been more discussed, whilst popular forms of exercise such as yoga and Pilates have long impressed the benefits of meditation. Despite the ubiquity of breathing, it's not something we actually think about. So what is there to know about controlling our breathing, and how can we learn? Nevsah Karamehmet is a breathing expert and joins me on the programme. Thanks very much for coming on, Nevsah.
Thank you for having me. Hi.
It's great to have you. Thank you. So, how is there such a thing as a breathing expert, may I ask?
Yeah, we have a breathing sciences school in Wyoming. We deliver digital trainings, diploma programs, and master's degree programs, and we are basically focusing on analyzing people's dysfunctional breathing habits and helping people in aligning their respiratory chemistry with their breathing habits so that they can breathe better and live better.
Yeah. Now I've been breathing now for almost, 31 years. And have I been doing it all wrong? How do you know if you've been doing it wrong?
No, I wouldn't call it wrong. I would rather call it dysfunctional. And I think it's very important to understand that respiration and breathing are very different. Right. So we are all respirating. If you're alive, you have a working respiration, but it doesn't mean that you don't have a dysfunctional breathing habit, because breathing habits, like all behavioral habits, like postural habits, like tics people learn, are learned habits, and they are learned unconsciously. So it's kind of like it's at a level of a behavioral habit. We do it without knowing it, especially when we are stressed. When we are anxious, we start breathing faster, we start breathing more shallow. So it makes the whole thing worse because we get into panic attack, and there are more than 200 scientifically proven symptoms caused by dysfunctional breathing habits. That's basically why health organizations, including NHS, recommend daily breathwork sessions, because we might all be breathing dysfunctional during the day. And like we do exercise, it's very important to focus on our breathing and practice breathwork for at least 4 or 5 minutes a day, even to get aware of it.
Yeah, we're going to have a little go at some breathing exercises in a minute, which I'm looking forward to, actually.
Yeah, sure.
So what are the signs then that you might not be breathing correctly? And, how can you spot? Is it about awareness?
Yeah, the first thing is attention deficit, because dysfunctional breathing habits cause attention deficit problems. So all kinds of focus, concentration problems like ADD, ADHD can be getting triggered, and all kinds of problems with body pains like headache, also fatigue, feeling tired, hyperactive and can't calm, like some sleeping problems, sleeping issues, all kinds of, I think, aroused related issues, focusing issues, and also feeling tired, having body aches, migraine, headaches can be because of dysfunctional breathing habits.
Yeah. And of course, we've heard so much over the last year or so about COVID and things like long COVID as well. Have you worked with people who might be learning to breathe again after suffering from COVID so badly?
Yeah, the breath workers and breathwork experts around the world got very conscious about the question we have been asking to ourselves, like, how can we help more people? And we developed a platform with more than 250 breath workers from all around the world, and we created the Breath Hub application. And people can download it from Google Play and Apple Store, and they can just have a trial period for 7 days for free. And there are breath analysis programs and also more than 800 breathwork sessions, also tens of different breathwork courses. And I think trying the application, which we created, is very much important to get aware of our breathing habits and start practicing. So that was like what we had on our minds since the pandemic started. Like, we've been thinking, how can we help more people, and how can we help more people breathe better and live better and get more healthy? Because, with breath work, everybody understands that we have more oxygen in the body, so we have a more stronger immune system, we have more energy, we feel younger, our cells regenerate, so we're more energetic, more fit. It's very important, and that's why we developed this application so that everybody can benefit from it and start practicing breath work on their own at home, because this was kind of like the last 2 years, this was kind of like a pause for all of us. We couldn't help people on one-on-one, helping them breathing.
Just hearing about all hearing about all those benefits there. You've sold it to me, this breathing lark, to be honest with you. I'm for it. I'm all for it. Let's give it a go and see if I can improve my breathing techniques. And what sort of position do I need to do? Can I do this sat down, or do I need to stand up, or what?
Yeah, let's do it sitting down. And
okay,
there's a very popular technique which is called coherent breathing or balanced breath, which balances the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system.
Yeah.
So it's very good, especially in times when you feel anxious and hyper-aroused. And if you have panic attack, anxiety, you can sit down, close your eyes, and start breathing from the nose. Let's
do this right now then. So we sit down, close our eyes. Let's give this a go.
Let's sit down, close our eyes, and start breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And just observe how the breath moves in and out for a few seconds, breathing in that fresh air, and breathing out, calming with every breath in and out. And now let's start focusing on the inhale and exhale and balancing the inhale and exhale. And let's count to 5 while breathing in and while breathing out. So let's breathe in for 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's breathe out for 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, in.
That's tricky. I'm not used to breathing out for 5 seconds.
Yeah. So it's very important balancing, and it's very important breathing in and out in equal seconds, because only that balances the sympathetic and the parasympathetic system, and then you can calm down.
Fantastic.
If you're breathing longer than breathing in, inhaling longer than you're exhaling, you then start becoming anxious and hyper-aroused. If you're breathing shorter than the exhale, then you get into all kinds of negative thoughts and past traumas. So with every imbalanced breathing habit, there is an emotional state we get into. So it's very important to balance the inhale and exhale for a start. It's a good start.
So interesting, Nevsah. I really appreciate you coming on BBC Radio Berkshire this evening and, teaching me some breathing techniques. And, thank you for your time. Have a great rest of your evening, won't you?
Thank you very much for having me.
No problem. Nevsah Karamehmet, Breathe Hub founder and CEO.